right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. He'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. A gain of 16 on that pass play. That's good for a Giants first down.
And this quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league. But what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice pickup.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. And he will score. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. His first touchdown of the new campaign. On now, Cade York for the point after. His kick is good. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete to Atwell. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. That's caught by Puka. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Atwell sent in motion here. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The motion man is Nakua. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man, left side. He's got it. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Rams first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. At the 31-yard line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. The motion man is Nakua. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Throwing now on 3rd and long, and that is incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. Carty's kick is good. And the Rams are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll bring this to about the 25. That's not made by Byron Young. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. He runs with it.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck in, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They'll run it. 1st carry of the game for Blake Corum. At the 9-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. Here's a 2nd and 6. The motion man is Nakua. They'll set up the screen here to Corum. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down.
I really like the play call. Sometimes you can catch the defense thinking run, and you can change it up on 1st down and go pass. The issue is, if you're the quarterback, you've got to get this ball out of your hand. It's either touchdown or out the back of the end zone into the bleachers, because you cannot afford to go backwards when you find yourself in a goal to go.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Blake Corum Touchdown, L.A. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball. You got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
Now they'll set up to throw. Open man is Robinson. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. The Rams out to the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A throw on the run is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Motion man is Hyatt. Now a give on the ground. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Motion man is Hyatt. Quick throw, taken in. And he will score. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, New York. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
York, good on the extra point. And the Giants are on top. It's 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
He's brought down at the 31. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. Whoa! And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
They'll throw out of the gun to the goal line and in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Giants. Now it's York for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Giants are out to a 21-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. Moore going in motion. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll look to throw here on first down. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd down.
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. The motion man is Nakua. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt, falls incomplete. Now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. Return man steering clear of this one. They're going to mark it down at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. And that is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. The Giants sending out their punter. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and Just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And that is incomplete.
And here we have another missed opportunity for an offense that have already had a handful of them throughout this game. And let's be honest, Mike, you just can't afford to overthrow a man that's that open, especially when you're trying to overcome a double-digit deficit in the NFL.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Giants will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's to Robinson. He's got it. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to tuck it and go.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Throwing now from the gun. That is caught. It's Robinson. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
3rd and 6. Atwell sent in motion here. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And he is just going to waltz his way in. The pick 6. A touchdown for the defense. York now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Giants add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. Right back to the air following that pick 6. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be incomplete.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Again, working deep downfield. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The extra point from Carney is good. And the Rams are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, we'll keep this one on the ground. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their second. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over here up near the 40.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on our Thursday nighter to start the new NFL week. As we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Williams. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
To the ground, a first down run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
And he is putting in the work. Dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. In motion, it's Robinson. Here comes the jet sweep. And he will get into the end zone. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New York.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's a designed run. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Deonte Banks right there with the good coverage to knock it away.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of his receiver, Watkins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now they'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, L.A. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons. Still on the move. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, New York. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6. But to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. At their own 28-yard line. The motion man is Nakua. A wide-open receiver downfield. This one is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And he's into the end zone. Puka Nakua, touchdown Rams.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 33 yards. He'll try the right side this time. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Back to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's first and goal. Now, faking the give. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Giants. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
This taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The motion man is Nakua. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And more of the same. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the zone read, a give to Tracy. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Jones. And the Rams are going to get the football at their own 40.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll air this one out for Watkins. That is brought in. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Two yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll look to throw yet again. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball, and right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
3rd and long. Gets there quickly, and down he goes. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts.
3rd and real long. This is where your defensive line has to come to life. They decided to keep extra blockers in the backfield, but it didn't matter. They were able to bring them down for a sack and brings up 4th down.
And not one you see very often. Fair catch taken all the way back at his own 5.
At their own 6-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And they will get him down at the 35-yard line.
What can I say, Mike, good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end. But in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both.
And he's in! Touchdown, L.A. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Cardi now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and then being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the fourth quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
The motion man is Nakua. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you jump the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
This one caught at the 4. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end. Mike kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. He's got another one. His second touch. And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. Now it's York for the PAT. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The motion man is Nakua. To the air now on 1st and 10. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua. And the Giants will have great field position right around midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
A carry here for Tracy. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
They'll run on 2nd down. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. They'll try to get this one on the ground. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. The Giants sending out their punter. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Atwell sent in motion here. Now they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Cora. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. He's going to air this one out. That is hot! And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. Big play after big play to start this drive. 34 for that one. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down.
At the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Quick throw, taken in. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. One more time for Williams. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. A tight end in motion now. They'll try to run it with Williams. And waiting, no signal. He did not. No, he did not get in. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points, but not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Big spot for the Rams as they'll try to add a two-point conversion now.
The Rams will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught. So they get the two-point conversion. All of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the fourth. In need of a recovery and a quick field goal, here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's a run going left. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night.